from Denver. This is Fox 31 News at 9. We're on it.
Breaking news at 9, more than 2 feet of snow in Denver, 24.1 inches, our 4th largest snowfall of all time. Denver and the metro area still under a blizzard warning, a travel nightmare. Highways shut down, cars stranded all over, a dangerous night on the road. Let's look at the car coming the wrong way on the highway. Look at this, even the snowplow's getting stuck. This mom stranded on I-70 for hours with her young child.
Really bad right now.
At DIA, the runway's still closed. Look at the line for the one restaurant still open there. And our list of school districts shut down. We're on it with Colorado's largest weather team and the Pinpoint Weather Beast on the roads and in the neighborhoods as the dig out starts now with even more snow to come.
And we start right now with this. We want to show you just how dangerous it is on the roads right now. This is video just into our newsroom, and it shows the Pinpoint Weather Beast splashing through the massive snow drifts. This is near E470 and I-70. You see that intense wind blowing against the beast, even turning the beast just a little bit sideways when it was trying to get onto the off-ramp. We also interviewed people that are stranded along I-70, not very far from where this location is. The entire interstate blocked right now by those snow drifts and a stuck big rig as well. We're going to check in with Fox 31's Courtney Fromm in just a moment.
Yeah, just truly blizzard conditions right there. This video coming from Pena Boulevard near the airport. Police saying the road was impassable. Our Ashley Michaels counted dozens of stranded vehicles on the way back to town from the airport.
And South Metro Fire sharing this video, having to rescue an ambulance. We're also hearing from AAA saying that they are getting 8 calls for every 1 truck on the roadway, and 4 AAA trucks had to be rescued themselves.
And with that heavy, wet snow that comes with these spring storms, not a surprise to see videos like this one coming into our newsroom. Look at that branch crumbling under the weight, falling right onto that vehicle right there. Scenes like that playing out all over the Front Range. The Pinpoint Weather Team has been there throughout the storm.
And Chief Meteorologist Dave Frazier joins us now, pinpointing where we are right now. Dave.
Well, where we are is an historic storm. That's where we are, guys. Check it out. 4th biggest snowstorm in Denver's history, going back to 1881 at 24.1 inches, crushing what we normally see in the entire month of March of 11.3 inches out there. Here's a look at some other totals. More than 40 inches in Aspen Springs in Gilpin County. Netherland in the foothills doing well. The airport, again, there's the historic number. 22 in Aurora, and downtown Denver at 18. Some of you may have closer to 2 feet out there, and we'll look at other snow totals in a minute. There is the storm finally starting to pull away from the state. On the backside of it, drier air is punching in, and not only are we starting to see less and less snow coverage, but less and less intense snow, and even in some places the clouds starting to break just a little bit. So we're inching towards the end of it. Now, the blizzard warning in the red still goes till midnight tonight, but one thing helping us out, you saw the drifts out there. That's the effect of blizzards, especially when the wind is drifting the snow over the roads. However, the wind speeds are coming down. We'll see if the National Weather Service decides to drop that blizzard warning early. Notice the speeds off to the west really dropping off, and the wind is kind of fanning out there on the eastern plain. So where do we go from here? Well, let's go to 11 o'clock tonight. Still some snow around, and then from there past midnight to 2 a.m., it finally pulls away, and it even ends on the eastern plains tomorrow morning. You'll wake up with a hint of sunshine here and there. However, additional accumulation in this blue shaded area could be up to another inch. However, it's lightly coming down. But again, if another 2-3 hours of snow, it could certainly add up to 1 more inch before it's all said and done. So the biggest impact will continue to be the roads. We have seen no improvement through the day. I don't think you're going to find things smooth sailing tomorrow by any stretch of the means. More accumulation from the light snow. The visibility will continue to be a problem, even though the winds have dropped off. And those snowy roads, they're just advising everybody to stay home. And I think tomorrow morning, we're staying on a pinpoint weather alert day through Monday morning, because this storm will still have an impact on your Monday morning. I'll be back with a look, unfortunately, at some more snow totals, radar, and another chance of snow in our 7-day forecast.
All right, we'll be ready for that, Dave. Thank you. You saw it. The Pinpoint Weather Beast has been on I-70 and E470 throughout the day. White knuckle conditions. You saw the scary conditions just minutes ago.
Courtney Fromm, she joins us now from the Beast. And Courtney, you guys have been driving through what I think have been some of the most dangerous conditions out there. So talk to us where you are now and what does it look like?
Erica and Jeremy, we are just heading into Parker right now on E470. We decided to take this way just for safety reasons because I-70 was completely blocked off. Let you guys take a look at the roads here. You can see we're just off of Jordan Road on E470. Now heading west. We are Thankfully, some of the few making it off of this road, because there were some very, very scary situations with the snow blowing onto the hood of our car, making it almost impossible to see. Dozens and dozens and dozens of cars stranded and stuck on the side of E470 here. But like I said, we are lucky we got out, and we're going to try to go to I-25 now and get back to the Denver area a little bit safer after these kind of scary conditions. But lots of motorists stuck. It's definitely going to be a mess as the snow begins to melt, but very, very dangerous driving conditions. I think the major thing here is it's dark out, and that's what's making it so hard to see.
We knew the conditions would turn for the worse after nightfall. It always happens, and certainly is tonight, too. Courtney Fromm and the Pinpoint Weather Beast, each side of town. Thanks so much for that report. We are getting more video now of people stranded in the middle of Interstate 70. This is near Watkins. Huge snow drifts out on the plains there, blocking those big rigs. The woman who recorded this video says she's been stuck in the car with her husband and child for 8 hours now. She says people are walking to town to get supplies, and she tells us what happened when she called the State Patrol.
Basically, everybody's helping out. You know, we had a couple people passing out some waters, helping out each other. They just said they're doing whatever they can. The troopers are stocked, the plows are trucked, nothing. They're just doing the best they can. That's the only answer we got.
Yeah, not easy to get access to those stranded. We have called the State Patrol and CDOT. All they could tell us is there are several jackknife semis blocking the road. They're working to clear it up, but conditions making it extremely difficult, and there is a severe traffic backup there. You didn't have to go far to find very similar situations around here. Drivers stranded all across the Front Range.
And that includes streets across Denver. Fox 31's Rachel Skyda has a look at how the city's been doing. And Rachel, looks pretty quiet where you are right now.
Yeah, you guys, definitely not as eventful here on the streets of Denver as what we've seen in other parts, especially on I-70, or as Courtney was describing on E470. Pretty quiet in downtown Denver tonight, and that's a good thing. I mean, that's what we want to see at this point. Not a lot of drivers on the road. We wanted to get an idea of how these more main roads. So we're just off of 18th and Broadway here downtown, and we wanted to see how the more main roads compare to the residential roads that we were on earlier today. We have seen the plows out on both main roads and those side streets. We know that they're working hard to get these roads clear, but the snow is still coming down. So whether you're on a side street or a main street, you're going to see accumulating snow still on these roads. That is something to keep an eye on if you have to head out tonight or even into tomorrow morning. We want to show you some video from earlier today. It's nice to have a 4x4 vehicle, of course. You can see that Jeep that was in the Rhino area, but roads are slick no matter what sort of car you're driving. We also caught some people in the middle of a pretty bad situation this afternoon. It was actually not too far from the FOX31 station. They were really stuck, and the issue wasn't just traction out there. It was that the snow was so deep that it made it almost impossible for those smaller cars to get anywhere. So once you get into that deep snow, really tough to get out of it. So staying off the roads is, of course, a good idea if you can. We did see plenty of people out and about walking, even running in the snow. Perhaps the most impressive was a man who we caught up with walking around in shorts in a t-shirt.
Oh, this ain't nothing. Alaska, 3 years spent there, out in the boonies, no man's land, where it gets really cold, snows up to yay deep. No problem.
Oh, most of the people who we saw out and about today were a little more bundled up than he was, but it seemed like a lot of people were opting not to drive and maybe just take the sidewalks instead, even though the snow is very deep out here. You said about 18 inches in the downtown area. It's past my shins, almost up to my knees where we are right now. I talked with one couple that was walking in the Cap Hill neighborhood, and they described it almost as like hiking in Rocky Mountain National Park, but here in the heart of the city, that's how much snow we're seeing in these residential areas tonight. Jeremy, Erica.
All right, Rachel, thank you so much. All Denver public schools and administrative offices closed tomorrow due to the storm, much to the delight of my children and thousands of others. That means no in-person or remote learning in DPS tomorrow. Cherry Creek School District will be closed tomorrow. They were already on spring break, but this means all the buildings closed and services for child care programs. Tomorrow, Jeffco Public Schools will have a remote learning day on Monday, March 15th. We will continue to address our road closures and school closures at the ticker at the bottom of your screen there, and you can check our list when we constantly update it right now in the free Fox 31 News app. It will not be surprising to see those lists growing throughout the night and even into the morning.
Yeah, right now we want to check on Fox 31's Shell Turner. She has been driving through south of town. And Shaw, what are you seeing out there right now?
Okay, we see a holdup right here at I-25, just south of Lincoln. So let me give you a look at that right now with our dash cam. What you're looking at right now is a couple of semis that are pulled over on the road. We have an emergency situation just ahead. And again, this is southbound I-25. And as you know, throughout the day, certain sections of I-25 have been closed, especially to the south near Castle Rock. But here, it's pretty much been open all day, but it's been cleared. A lot of cars were on the side of the road. Let's show you some video of what was happening earlier today. We saw a lot of cars who had gone onto the side of the road. Emergency vehicles came in and cleared those, and for a long time, this section of the highway was very desolate. But now we've got a situation here coming right up on the Ridgegate Parkway entrance. So we are showing you that as we come back here live. We'll get back to you on what exactly is happening here. But this is an exit that we need to use ourselves. So we'll be investigating that. Everybody stay safe. CSP, CDOT saying stay off the roads tonight. We'll switch it back to me, and I will take it back to you. We'll let you know what's happening, okay? Update on Twitter as well.
Appreciate it, Shaw. Yeah, aside from that one plowed lane, it was really snowpacked on the highway right there. Problems out at DIA started last night, stranded about 50 people overnight. Most are still stuck this evening.
Pena Boulevard becoming impassable at times because of all the abandoned cars out there. Fox 31's Alex Rose joins us now with a closer look. Alex.
Yeah, Erica, I mean, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place for some of these folks. Stranded at DIA, they can't use Pena Boulevard, their flight's not taking off, and then RTD shuts down all of its services, so you couldn't take the A line back into town after 7 o'clock. So a lot of folks stranded at the airport tonight. Take a look at some of the conditions that we saw earlier on Pena Boulevard. Ashley Michaels capturing some of this video, but look how deep those snowbanks are for some of the folks out there. And take another look at some of the other video that Ashley got. The services pretty much shut down at DIA. All that was open was Subway. And take a look at that line stretching all the way down that west terminal. So folks trying to sneak in a quick sandwich for dinner before they decide to hunker down. A spokesperson for DIA tells me that they are handing out blankets and pillows for folks, trying to make the best of a pretty tough situation.
Prepare to hunker down at the airport. We do have concessions that are open. We have vending machines that are open, and we know this isn't ideal. Our hope is to clean the runways as soon as we can. And although flights have been canceled for the remainder of the day, hopefully they get up and running by tomorrow.
And folks, keep in mind, I mean, just because people from the airport can't get back on Pena Boulevard, that means a lot of crews are also stranded at DIA. So they're going to be working throughout the night to try to make sure that those runways are clear. And hopefully we could get some flights going up tomorrow. I'm live in Denver. Alex Rose, Fox 31.
Alex, thank you. Another look from the Pinpoint Weather Beast. On this Pinpoint Weather Alert Day, we are headed to Fort Collins and Aurora coming up. And Chief Meteorologist Dave Frazier back in 5 minutes with your Pinpoint weather.
Is how we lead. When you measure snowfall in feet, not inches, it takes Colorado's biggest team of meteorologists and reporters to deliver the most complete coverage. Fox 31 News, with you around the clock. Expanded coverage and more live reports from across the region. That's the measure of our commitment to you. Fox 31 Morning News. More time, more resources, dedicated to bringing you important stories from where you live. We're on it.
If you